y'all can hear me before I really get started talking. I ain't trying to look stupid. Alright, y'all. So, I think today, I really don't know if I'm gonna get a bunch of animation done, but I kind of do want to go through some of y'all videos if that's what y'all want to do. Y'all just let me know. We could really do anything. I got a good hour and a half with y'all, so we gonna get something done. I kind of want to make this like a little class, like help y'all out. If y'all got any animations y'all want to show me, I could definitely break it down for y'all. We could start off with the first 12 animation principles. I could go through number 1 today, like what y'all want to do. Let me know. I got time. Bro, I need to get better at navigating this. I'm trying to figure out how to put on the chat. I don't even know where the chat's at. Do I need to go to YouTube? There's definitely a way to do this. That's definitely not it. Oh my gosh. Some good news is I'm basically done with this set right here. I made it like a couple weeks ago. I got most of the animation done for it. See the set. Clear that image up for y'all. Yeah, it's basically almost done. It's almost, yeah, like everything, like basically, like I'm just trying to break everything down to go into the next scene. I would show y'all some of the animation, but I don't want to do that because then I'll basically spoil it. Yeah, y'all go ahead and send some of y'all videos. You finna watch some of them. I'll really help critique them. Y'all stop being lame. Y'all stop being lame. I'll really pull it up on YouTube. Just let me know. Where am I going? Okay. Yeah, we gotta do that. Bro, who's in the chat? Dang, if y'all gonna be lame, I really might have to animate today. Unfortunate. I really don't feel like it. I actually just want to know. Yeah, you want to just go to your YouTube channel, Alteration? We can go like, I can critique like a certain one if you want me to. Just let me know which one. I'll just search it up. we can go through it. I can go through it like frame by frame, some scenes, and like I said, if I see something like that I really want to like dive into, I'll just do that. And like I said, from that point on, I could really just like, if I wanted to, go animate something on my own real fast to kind of show you like step by step how you should have probably gone about it. You know, I'll throw some good nuggets out there for all y'all, but really, I just kind of want to get something out the way in like a good hour so I could leave y'all off with something. And honestly, I might go through like one of the first animation principles today, so we can just start off with something. Let's see. So like today we can go over squash and stretch. I think that's the first one. We could low-key do that. I'm really just trying to figure out how to put chat down right here. Do any of y'all know how to do that? I gotta look at the chat through my phone. Maybe that's what I have to do. I don't know. I guess fine, but it's low-key weird. Yeah, I'll just do that. I just have to look at it through my phone. I might show y'all some of the animation, just cause. For those of you that are actually watching the stream, you know, I guess y'all get to get special treatment. Well, none of them really show my best animation since they're not very new. I've been animating, but nothing upload worthy, so I've improved since my last video. I use OBS and I have to use chat through phone on live stream. Yeah, honestly, that's what I kind of guess. It is what it is. Yeah, I understand alteration. We can honestly, like I said, still just go through them because you never know what you might pick up. Especially like since you've already gotten better, you could always use those old things and kind of like learn from them. There might be another area you're still not doing, you know, well in yet. You know, I'm always trying to learn even from my old videos that I did bad on. Oh my gosh, I have some terrible videos. I want to say from like 5-6 years ago. I kind of want to republish them to the channel. Because honestly, I get a lot of people that DM me and they ask questions. And a lot of them be like discouraged sometimes about like their animations and different things like that. But I'll tell them, like, if y'all saw my animations from like 8 years ago, you would feel very, very motivated. Like, it just takes time. That's honestly all it is. I just tell everybody just keep animating because, like, it really does take time to like get this stuff down. Like, I still don't have it down. It's like it's an ongoing process every single day. But like my junk used to suck. It used to suck. Like, it was poop. Like, honestly, the only reason I kept going with this because my parents were lying to me. I used to show them. I was so proud of it. You know, they were like, "Oh my God, it's such a good job. It's so cool." It wasn't cool. I used to do like Ninjago. I swear they were all moving at like 5 frames per second. I had no idea what frame rate was at all. I used to just watch Linkin Pop all the time, and I wanted to do what he was doing. Him, Forest Fire. I didn't watch too much Forest Fire because he used to cuss a lot in his videos, like back whenever I was like way younger. But like now, I watch a lot more Forest Fire. Back then, it was all Linkin Pop. Like, this man, he had it going. He was popping. He was carrying stop motion. I kept it up my old videos because they show my progression. Okay, yeah. Alright, so if you actually want me to critique one of them, just let me know which one in the chat. Just type in the title of it. I'll search it up. I'm not just going to click on any of your videos. Oh, let me show y'all some of this, I guess. Let me see. What part should we start at? Oh, as y'all see, I have a lot of masking to do. I did like a bunch of lightsaber throws. Let's see, we'll start it right there. That's definitely not it. Some of this animation I did on this one, like, it's not saying right with me. It is what it is. Yeah, it's gonna look way better once I do like the VFX work on it, cause it kind of looks weird whenever it's just the sticks. Like, you can't really convey too much like power with them for some reason. I think like that's the hardest part about doing a Star Wars animation is like the lightsaber fights. Like, it's so tough. It's literally so tough. Like, it doesn't start looking good until you start doing the VFX work. Especially Star Wars. Star Wars is already like, and I'm talking like the action movies, is already so VFX heavy. Like, there's so much VFX that has to go into it just for it to look like it's Star Wars. Like, right now, it kind of just looks like, eh. Like, using practical sticks is kind of like, you can't really get that motion blur that really goes with the lightsaber. So like the hits kind of look weak. Like, you'll see how it really changes once I start doing VFX work. I don't think I'm gonna do a VFX stream, honestly, bro. I be spacing out too much whenever I do VFX work, so I won't do any VFX streams right now, specifically for this film. But maybe in the future, whenever I actually like have time and I'm actually getting paid to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's for the free. You know what I'm saying? I can't be doing that. I think my latest video would be a good one to critique. All right, let's go look at it. Let's see. Alteration animation. Let's make this big. All right. Red Paint Studio says, "Hey, this is a lot for me to ask of you, but since I'm deaf, do you mind writing in chat for me when you respond to me? Of course. Oh, sorry and thanks." Feel free to DM me. All right. Hopefully that'll help you out, Red Paint. Yeah, I'm gonna try to definitely answer. If y'all have any questions, like I said, feel free to ask. That's what this entire hour and some changes for. I'm trying to help y'all out. Cause like I said, I'm not gonna do a bunch of anime in this stream. Unfortunately, I'm not in that mode right now. Like, especially with this shot, the shot that I'm about to work on, it's just not something I can do on stream. It's like, it's very lame. It's long too, so I'm not trying to do that on stream. Once I get to the next scene where it's actually like some dialogue, I'm not gonna say who I'm bringing into it, but whenever I stream it, y'all will see it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stream that next. I'll get something going Monday. I think I'll be able to get it going Monday. I'm pretty much, my schedule's more free next week, especially since it's Thanksgiving break, so I'll definitely be streaming some of that. But today, I'm gonna just really give y'all a rundown. All right, so we got alterations, and you're talking about the basketball bounce, BFD. And oh, snap. So we were just talking about, so for the first animation principle, we got squash and stretch. Basketballs are a great example of squash and stretch. I'm not going to lie. So that's what we'll start off with. So we're going to watch it all the way through, and then I'll kind of go through it. Oh, snap. And he dunked on that boy, too. That's crazy. I'll watch it one more time. Oh, yeah, I like them crossovers. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so I'm gonna start off with what I liked. I definitely liked the ball movement. I like I said, your creativity. I don't know if you didn't have a basketball, but I mess with the stud. The stud works, and I really like how you use squash and stretch with this one. So you see as you go through it, you turned it into two studs because obviously whenever it's going in motion, it gets longer, and then whenever it hits the ground, it flattens. That's what I'm talking about. Squash and stretch is it's almost like you're feeling the force of it go down because, like I said, it's hitting the ground and it's squeezing. Y'all see that? It's squeezing. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had something in here that kind of like a squishy ball or something like that. I definitely don't have one. But it's almost like you want to feel the force. And I'll pull up my basketball film after this so I can show y'all what I mean. But it's like you can determine the mass of an object based on its squash and stretch. So obviously with the rock, it's not clay. Clay. I have clay. That's a perfect. So obviously, let's get a ball going here. You know what I'm saying? The mass of this clay is hard. It's round. You know what I'm saying? Whenever it drops, it doesn't bounce. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like the same thing. Like you can determine the density of something just based off how it drops. Like it doesn't bounce like a basketball. Basketball, if you watch a basketball in slow motion, it's going to drop down. And obviously, like I said, as it drops down, it gets faster. And once it hits the ground, it squashes and then it comes back up. Obviously, its mass isn't like hard enough to where it's going to squash all the way down, but it's going to squash down slightly and then it's going to come back up. So obviously, like with these type of animations, you can make them more dramatic because, like I said, it's Lego animation. You want to make it as much lifelike as possible, but have like that play feel to it. But at the same time, you want to get it like as lifelike as possible. So like I said, this was a great example of squash and stretch by Alteration. I really like how he used that. He used the 1x1 brick right there for it coming up and then brought it back to its stud form, which was its original form. So like you see that it's stretching right there, squashing because it's hitting the ground, and it's coming back up and it's stretching again, and it's going back to its stud form. So that was a great move by him. And like I said, as he's crossing over, it's stretching again. My only critique right there is that the 1x2 brick, you should have had it aimed towards his hand, so it looks like it's coming out of his hand. Because you see how it's like upright? It's like just aimed like forward. It kind of doesn't look like it's like crossing over the best. You know what I'm saying? It should have been like tilted at like a 45-degree angle from the hand it was coming out of. That's my only critique right there. It looks good for the most part, though. I really like how you did the squash and stretch. Most people don't really get this down, so I definitely commend you for that. Oh my God. Yeah, and buddy in the brown pants got broke off real quick. Give him a brown shirt. He's a 60 overall. He's trash. And then right here, he did a good job of anticipation. So like obviously he's not just getting his force out of nowhere for his jump, but like I said, he's crouching down just a little bit so that he can get his force going back up. Like you always want to have that in any type of action. It's what they call anticipation. It also helps the viewer see where the motion's coming from. Like obviously anytime you throw a ball or something, you want to cock it back. What's up, Noob Master? Welcome to anybody that's coming into the stream. Definitely missed y'all from the last one. I'm sorry I haven't streamed in a while. But you see, like with any motion that you're doing, whether you're throwing a ball or anything, there's always a motion that sets up that next motion. So like I said, whenever you're animating, you always want to think about that. Whether you're about to do a punch or anything, you don't want to just like stand there and just like, no one does that. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody that does any type of motion, like really just think about what you're gonna do and how you would do it in real life. Like no one just throws a ball just cool. Like watch a quarterback. They're bringing it back so that you can get that motion going forward. So like I said, these are things that you got to think about, and obviously Alteration, he thought about them. You know what I'm saying? I really commend it. I'd say that Alteration, one of the things I definitely want to go over, this is essential. Out of all the animation principles, one of the essential ones, I'd say the one that you have to get down the most, and this is for all the viewers, I'm not just talking Alteration. Easing in, easing out. Easing in, easing out. And obviously, like I said, he did it right here, but he didn't do it. He didn't maximize it to where it might have should have been. So like I said, you see how he's running up right here. So he had the big motion right there. He had another big one. I'd say he should have made that one a little bit smaller, and then had a smaller one than that. And then I would say I would have had it at least one more frame. At least one more frame. Like I said, he had the good motion. You know, it's really explosive coming back up. It looked great. Great. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, so yeah, I really like that. Yeah, we had a little bit of camera shaking there. Nice, nice. Yes, sir. So alteration, yeah, I'd have done that on a higher FPS, and also if I had more time, but I kind of did that to skip a frame so I could get to the other hand faster. And the arc on that jump was rough. I mean, yeah. Honestly, the arc on one of my jumps was kind of rough. If I can show you one of mine from my basketball film. I was actually Forest Fire. He talked to me about it, and honestly, it kind of like got to me. I was like, I kind of want to redo the scene, but I was honestly running out on time. I'm like, if I can find. Okay, there we go. There we go. Let's see. Let's see. So, obviously, what we just talked about, squash and stretch, since it's right here, I'll just go over real fast. You see how whenever he's bouncing the ball, like I said, it's coming out of his hand, and it's squashing down. Y'all see it right here. It's squashing down right there. I cut an orange baseball hat. It was an orange baseball hat, actually. I just turned it so that you can't see the lid on the hat. And I drew lines on it. That's why y'all see ugly lines. But like I said, this is all just creativity. I got really creative for this film because I didn't want to cut any of the basketballs in half, so I used an orange hat, and I just turned the cap around so that y'all couldn't see the visor that's in front of it. But like I said, I did that so that you can see that squash, and like I said, it would come back up, and then I'd have like it ease out, and then he would throw it back down. Because like I said, that's how it works. Like you see even like right there, I didn't get too much squash on that pass. I didn't think it was high enough or that the pass was strong enough to have any squash on it, so I didn't use any squash for that. But you can see like throughout the film, I did it a lot, especially for this scene in particular. I had a couple. Let's see. Yeah, one of the other things about it is I did use a lot of tack. I loaded up on tack on his hand. But honestly, I didn't really see another way to go about it, if I'm being honest. And I'm not too... I'm okay with masking out or clone stamping in After Effects to like get some of that gunk off in VFX, but it doesn't always work. So yeah, you see I squashed it. It comes back up. I'd say stretching was the only hard part. I didn't use too much stretch because honestly basketballs don't really stretch like that as much, but I know squashing, it squashes just a little bit. Obviously the mines were a little bit more dramatic because it's squashed all the way in half. Plus with the hats, it's like it's round just on the top and it's flat on the bottom. I wish I could have got something that was like more like a oval almost. It would have looked better. But you know, I just don't have the budget for that. I could have got some like clay or something, colored it orange, but you know, you live and you learn. It is what it is. There's a lot of things I wish I did different in this film, but the hat worked. Y'all can kind of see like the lid like right there. Y'all can kind of see it. Yeah, honestly, I really encourage y'all. Like sometimes, I just decided to use the hat. I was just looking through my parts. Like I'll go, I always look through my parts before I start a film because I'm like, I could use this for something. Like always look through your parts before you start a film because like you could have something in there that you completely forgot you even had, and you be like, oh snap, I could definitely use this for this. Like you always want to keep that on the side for your creative liberties, just like solely for that. But y'all also see like in everything I do, people always say like, yeah, okay, so this is what I wanted to get to. the arc, it kind of ended too soon. I wish like, okay, so I tried to like size it up. So y'all saw how I said anticipation. So he's running and he's like charging up for the jump. So like I said, he lands down. You know what I'm saying? He's crouching down for the jump. Because it's almost like whenever you're squatting, like no one just jumps like this. And especially in basketball, you got to think when you're a basketball player, you're athletic. If you're unathletic, then you probably jump like that. But we're talking about basketball players. They're athletic. So he's getting down like this to jump. He has the ball in his hand. He's about to dunk it. So like I said, that's what I did right here. The basketball squashes. He gathers the ball. And he's coming back up. So right here, I wish I had one more frame of this just going up. Like of him just going up. You know what I'm saying? Just one more. I brought it in too soon. And that's the only thing I regret. Because it wasn't like, it didn't feel as powerful as it should have been. Yeah, it wasn't as powerful. It could have been way more powerful. In Forrest, if y'all look at his Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles video, there's like a scene where Master Splinter dunks. And that's what he showed me. And yeah, he really nailed that scene, bro. Like he honestly, I kind of saved this shot because I added camera shake in After Effects. I added it like in post. The raw footage of this right here, the dunk didn't look as powerful as it did. I kind of had to do it because it wasn't powerful, so I added a bunch of camera shake. And that's kind of like what kind of saved this right here.
Come on, Josiah.
Yeah, so that's really good, but alteration, great job on that. I enjoyed watching that quick clip. That was a great example of squash and stretch. Is there anyone else that wants to go ahead and put in a video? We'll pull it up. Like I said, we're going to get better. We're going to sit here and get better. And do I play basketball in real life? Yes, I do. Do I play, like, seriously? I kind of want to go play, like, at the collegiate level, but I'm not sure yet. But I do hoop. I play football. You know, I've ran track. I'm just an athlete, but, you know, I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to take my talents to, because obviously you can't do everything. But honestly, here's the thing, like, you know what I'm saying? If I was to ever really go play sports, I wouldn't have time for animation. Like, they're both very time consuming if you're talking about actually being good at them, because you have to put in work at the gym. But with animation, you got to put in work in animation. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I've always been an athlete, but I've always been an animator. So, like, I feel like it's like the Achilles heel of me right now. Like, I just don't know what I really want to, where do I want to take my talents to? I feel like LeBron James. Like, I'm going to have to make a YouTube video and be like, I'm taking my talents to, basically make a Miami, like, South Beach video. Like, I'm going to take my talents to so-and-so. Like, I don't know. We're going to see, though. We're going to see. I really, like, honestly, I kind of enjoy doing animation more, but, I that love for sports is always in me. I haven't animated in months. It's crazy. Nah, bro, you got to animate, man. I'm not going to lie. Nobody's really been posting like that recently. Like, it's low-key bothering me. Forest Fire just posted his Poison Ivy clip. But, you know, I haven't seen, like, a long, like, one of those, like, I got to sit down and, like, I'm excited for this type of animations in a while. No hate to, like, obviously the video, but I'm still waiting for his Red Hood video. Linkin Pop, I feel like I've been waiting for 2 years, but I'm waiting for him to drop the next Justice League video. Like, I swear nobody's been Edbound. Like, what happened to Edbound? What happened to Edbound? Alteration said, and the torso stretch is really underused. It's subtle and it works really. Yeah. I think you caught that. What I did, I didn't even speak on that. So whenever I usually do my jumps, I do torso stretches sometimes because it really does help. Honestly, since we're already right here, we might as well go through arcs. I'll pull up my I'm telling you, Edbound is not uploading. Y'all need to check on Buddy. I don't know, you know, make sure ain't nothing going on with him. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta check on him. Alright, let's see. So my Ninja Turtles one, I did a lot of arcs in this one because there was a bunch of jumping. It feels like a lot of animators are leaving lately. I know. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie, there'd be days where I'll be like, man, I'll be ready to leave too, but I gotta do it for the culture. I gotta stay strong for y'all boys because everybody's leaving. I don't know if it's just the fact that like everyone's feeling unmotivated because nobody is posting. So somebody got to pick up the mantle because stop motion is low key falling off right now. As far as like Lego stop motion, somebody has to revive it. I swear, like I think, low key Blender's been like kind of overshadowing stop motion recently, especially after that Spider-Verse film came out and that 14-year-old kid he got like a bunch of clout from making that Blender. Yeah, bro, everybody was sick. Like obviously, we're happy for Cuz, you know what I'm saying, but we're like, dang, we're using real Lego, we putting in work out here. And this man, he 14-year-old kid. A 14-year-old kid. You know what I'm saying? He just showed all of us up. I think everyone just got unmotivated at that point. They're like, dang, like, I'm really moving these figs out here. And he just computer generated a fig and got paid to do it. I feel unmotivated too. Honestly, but, it is what it is. I think, stop motion is going to have its time again. I feel like it'll start booming, but right now it's just not what's trending. Like, a lot of people's views have been going down, so they're not really getting paid from it like they have. I know that's why Forrest, he's kind of been going back to 2D because, like I said, it's not getting the traction that it was before. Obviously, like a couple years ago, especially like COVID, everybody's on YouTube. Everybody's trying to look for something to watch, something creative, you know what I'm saying? So, but right now, it's not happening. You know what I'm saying? You post a video, you don't understand, bro. Let's look at it. Let's do our research real fast. I posted this Hoop Legends 1.6K views. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hurt. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I'm not gonna lie, like I've been putting in work with these. Like I wouldn't say they're amazing, but I'd say they're decent. And I don't think 1K justified decency. So I was kind of like, I don't even feel like animating today. Like 1K, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, like Forest Fires, he's always getting like 1 million or something like that. So whenever he be getting like 100K views now or like 50K views, like I can see why he doesn't feel like doing Lego animation anymore. Like you don't get but so much revenue. Like I think YouTube takes like 40% of all revenue. 40%. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? He's not making bread. He has a family to feed. Like, he's going to do something else with his time that's going to make him some money. Like, let's be honest here. But honestly, like I said, it's going to have its time again. We all know how trends work. Drake could step on a Lego tomorrow and Lego's popping again. You know what I'm saying? It just all depends on what's going through the media, like what people really want to see. You just never know. LeBron James posts up with a Lego set tomorrow and says, I loved Lego my entire life. Everybody loves Lego now. You know what I'm saying? So right now no one's really talking about Lego. Obviously, Lego's been playing their own community. Let's be honest. Like these prices are outrageous. No one wants to play with Lego anymore. Like there's not really much to say about this. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. But I've done enough talking about that. We're gonna talk about these arcs. So obviously more Yup Tack. I didn't feel like taking it out. I was very unmotivated to do that. So this scene in particular, there were a bunch of these wires that I used, sculpting wires. I know I have some on the table. I used it. Oh my god! I just burned myself. Bro. I had a whole candle just lit right here, and I just like stuck my whole finger into it by accident. Y'all almost just witnessed me die. Bro, that's insane. That is literally insane. I almost died on live. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna wipe this off my hands. I have a bunch of wax on my hands. I swear, like, this whole candle thing was just lit. Like, this right here. Y'all see all that wax in there? I just stuck my whole finger in there. Like, all 3 of them were just lit, too. I stopped the fire though with my bare hands. I kind of feel tough right now. Don't play with fire, kids. Alright, the wax is off my hands now. Alright. Let me see. Okay, back to what I was talking about. The sculpting wires. What did I do with them? Alright, bump it. I'll just grab the wad. So, sculpting wires. I got these off of Amazon. You see? Like, I literally just cut them with scissors, but they're pretty malleable as far as, like, you know what I'm saying? You can bend them however you want. So, I usually, like, cut some. I'll twist the bottom of them. I can low-key give y'all a demonstration right now. Oh, I have some right here. I think this is the same one I used for some of the turtles. Like, I might have had, like, 3 or 4 of these going at a time. So, y'all see, like, I twisted the bottom of them. I would put some tack on the bottom of it, and I'd stick it down into the set. And, like, the turtles would be, like, right here. And they'd be, like, flipping off of them and all that jazz. So, So, that's basically how I got, like, that whole scene accomplished. Alright, so, let's see who's in the chat. OZ Motion. It feels like a lot of animators are leaving. Yeah, like me. Love the style from this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles video. You did so well with it. I appreciate it, bro. L.A.M.B's cooking up something, trust me. I'm sure he is. Low-key, I want to say he's actually working on an actual animation. Like, not Lego animation, but something like, I want to say it's like a puppets, though. Like, actual stop-motion puppets with a cache. Now that I think about it. I'm just talking about, like, his actual Lego channel, though. I don't think he was cooking that. But I may be wrong. OZ said, yeah, I'm a kid with a small channel who's trying to improve, so I'm not losing motivation. That's what I love to hear, bro. Everybody can't carry the mental. Hopefully OZ can. Be our savior, OZ. Alteration, true, you're trying to do at least 19. You know, I wouldn't say I deserve any amount of subs, but like, it is what it is. Like, obviously, like, you know what I'm saying? I honestly feel like if you're good, they're gonna find you. You feel me? Like, if you're good, you're gonna be found. So, I kind of just take it as I suck. I'm not gonna, like, let's not even say I suck. I have 1.5K. That's good enough for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping. I think I'm a decent animator. But I really appreciate that, though. Eric Tong says, yo, I just gotta say your animation like Forest Fire 101 level quality. Appreciate that, bro. Really do appreciate that. But I don't know about that, buddy. Respectfully, I thank you. Yeah, I don't know about that. Not that I'm trying to sit here and glaze Forest Fire. You know what I'm saying? He's good. He's very good. But I don't know if I'm. Yeah, I'd say his edge over me is literally like VFX, bro. His VFX work is like tough. I don't know, bro. Like, honestly, like, his After Effects work is like what sets him apart. That's like the thing that I'd say probably like discouraged me the most is literally After Effects. I kid you not. It's like so tough. Like, I learned like mouth animations in there, but I kid you not, when I first started After Effects, I was ready to give it all up. I was about to quit. Like, that whole interface is just so, it can be overwhelming. Like, you really need somebody to walk you through it, and I could not find one person on this earth to walk me through it. I was like, how am I going to be able to learn After Effects? I didn't want to take a class because, like, those classes, like, you got to spend a lot of bread just to get in a class with somebody, and you don't even know if they're really going to teach you what you want to learn. You know what I'm saying? Like, After Effects is very, very, very broad. I'd say y'all need to go to Forest Fire's Patreon. Forest Fire's Patreon. It will be the best $10 you've ever spent. I kid you not. Well, let me rephrase that. You guys, for one, encourage him, DM him, encourage him to start streaming more, first of all, because he hasn't been streaming, and he said he was going to stream. I'm quite disappointed myself, too. But his Patreon, he usually does his monthly streams. I say, like, recently it hasn't been as consistent, but like I said, he's been getting into the 2D world a lot more recently, so he hasn't been doing it. But I purchased his $10 a month one, and he usually does. It's his Dragon tier. I want to say it's $10 a month. If you do that, he usually does monthly classes, and I'm telling you, he will break down something specifically. You have to ask him, but he'll break it down. And I feel like that's how I've gotten better in the last couple months. Now, as far as animation, and I'm talking about that's like VFX work. He's definitely broke down his VFX work. He'll break down the animation stuff, but I'm mainly talking if you're wanting to learn VFX and overall just fine tune your animation, go purchase that Patreon. I'm gonna be completely 100% honest with you. Go purchase his Patreon. It's not a waste of money. I promise you, it's not. Now, if you're talking about getting better at animation, you have to just animate. And y'all see what I'm doing right here? I use my comma and period keys, and I go through films, and I go frame by frame, and I literally watch like films. Like I did hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of film work just watching somebody's animations, and that's literally how I got better. That is the only way you do get better. You're watching film. Like I don't care if you play sports. I don't care what you do. You have to study your craft. I go frame by frame, and I watch videos. I watch what Forest Fire did, and I watch all these, and I'm like, how can I incorporate this into my own animation? I might have tried something they tried. You know what I'm saying? But I'm always trying something new in every animation I do. I always try something new, and I always incorporate what I learned. So go through people's animations. Just watch it frame by frame. If you like something they did, watch it frame by frame. That's how you get better. But overall, you have to keep animating. You have to animate. If you don't animate, you don't get better. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, oh, like, my animation suck. That's going to happen. Like, bro, matter of fact, let's do our research, because I got it all here for real. Okay, so obviously this one's not even uploaded on the channel anymore, but this is like one of my like first vids I put on the channel. Obviously, like, look, I was using cotton balls back then. Obviously, you see, my work with cotton balls is no. I'm still using cotton balls in my film, but like you guys see, like even then, like I wasn't any good with it. Like I didn't ease in, I didn't ease out. Like watch all this, my walk cycles. Like you see, like now I don't do any of this. Like Forest Fire, this is something he got on me for too. This is something you'll learn from his classes, walk cycles. If you show one of your films to him, he'll get on this. So you see how whenever he's walking, Batman's head's like falling back like this. You don't want that. That's one of the first things I learned going into like one of the classes is like how to properly do walk cycles, because walk cycles is arguably one of the hardest things to do in animation. So it's like one of the first things you want to get down. So obviously it wasn't a terrible walk cycle, but they should always be like tilted forward. Like nobody walks like straight up like this. Like unless you're, I ain't even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it. But you know, most people they walk like kind of like lean forward, because you know whenever you walk you're like catching your weight. So like I said, like anytime I do a walk cycle now, they're slightly lean forward, like, and whenever they're doing a walk cycle, they're not coming back up like this. You know what I'm saying? Like you might like do like a little bit of a swing, but it's not like to where you're straight up and going backwards, because that's what I was doing right here. But like we gonna watch this real fast, because I want y'all to see. I got it from the mud. Let me turn this bad boy up. See, like even right there with the throws, I'll say I've always had a thing for masking. Like my masking was never bad, but there was no power in the throw. Like you see, like how I didn't wind up the throw, I immediately just went to throwing it. These are things that you have to learn. Like nowadays, I'm taking it, I'm cocking it, and then I'm throwing it. That's how you get the power in your animations. You want everything to feel lifelike. That's what animation is. It's you're taking something and you're making it look lifelike. Obviously, no one in real life is like doing some of the things happening in these animations, but you still have to take physics and apply it to every last one of your animations. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to use physics whenever you're thinking. You gotta think about gravity. You have to think about everything. So that's all I want y'all to really consider. Like this slide, absolutely dog water. Honestly, I realized it was dog water back when I animated this, but I had no way to remedy it. So I was like, I'm gonna have to deal with it. Nowadays, that slide would have been 10 times faster. I probably only needed like 2 frames, but I made it because it was so slow. And like I said, this is what a lot of amateur animators do. They add too many frames in the middle of their animations. And this is what makes a bad animation. It's what makes a bad animation. You don't want to add too many frames. You want a good amount of frames, but you have to understand the importance of easing in, easing out. Easing in, easing out. I kid you not, the day I learned that, my animations changed. I wish I had the film where I first learned easing in, easing out. I kid you not. When I first learned that, you say you can't hear anymore? I need a rebuttal from somebody. Let me know you can hear still before I keep talking. Yeah, see. Most of this stuff was poop. I'm not gonna lie. Like, see, you know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be mad and slap the table. What was that? The table wouldn't even shake, bro. Like, that's the stuff you gotta think about nowadays. Like, the table's supposed to shake. You slap a table, the table's supposed to shake. The table's supposed to shake. Like, what was I thinking? Bro, Joker would have broke his hand if the table was this hard. Like, I kid you not. Like, I was not thinking when I was making any of these animations. There was no audio. There was no nothing. I'm going to be honest. I was just animating. The punch wasn't bad. It could have been harder, though. Like, I would never make an animation like this again in my life. I'm going to be honest. Like, sometimes I watch these. I'm like, dang, I posted this. See, like, even right here, this is another example. Too many frames. So, right when he got hit, he should have, like, been flying already. You see how small that movement is? So, like I said, it makes it look less powerful. Whenever somebody gets hit, the first movement is hard. Like, the first movement is big. You don't want the first movement to be small because you're taking on the force. Like, somebody gets hit by the car is going 75 miles per hour. Someone gets hit by the car. They're getting plowed, and the force that they get hit at is 75 miles per hour. They're going to take all of that, and it goes into their body. So, mind you, if any of your hits are going at a certain speed, just realize that's the same speed the person needs to be flying at, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It automatically gets translated to the person. So, obviously, he's moving, like, too slow right here. Way too slow. It looks like he's just like gonna fall back. Like, how does he go from this to this? It's supposed to be big movement to small movement. You know what I'm saying? Or even it's gonna keep going actually because gravity. You know, he's flying. He's in the air. See, look at this. The door doesn't even fly open. Like, these are things you have to account for. And I want to see more of this in y'all's animation because I see this too many times. Like, this will tune me out of an animation so fast. Is whenever I see too many small movements and it's like too smooth. Too slow. Like, I hate that so much. Like, the door should have just flew open in this. Just flew open, like, automatically. Like, maybe, like, 1 frame. 1 or 2 frames. You see, like, he just slid on the table all gracefully. Yeah, I was definitely cooking back then. I'm done watching that, though. Alright. Back to my, back to these arcs. Back to the arcs. Let's see what anybody's saying. You're one of my favorite YouTubers from these streams. You do not sound. I appreciate the alteration. I really do. Thank you so much. I appreciate that red paint. I really do appreciate y'all. Avoid animating walk cycles. Yes. Honestly, they're needed, but you know, they can be annoying. I'm taking a physics course at school. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was not studious when it came to physics at all. I did not like, nah. Honestly, I thought like physics was gonna be like that too, but they don't really teach motions as well. Like obviously, I learned like the laws of motion from Newton and all that stuff, but I passed physics with the skin of my teeth. Like you want to be thinking about animation whenever you're taking that test. I remember I actually failed the test because I didn't put the correct units. I was like, bro, yeah, bro, I don't miss high school at all. I do not. I remember taking physics. I commend you though for wanting to take that for animation reasons. All right, so we're gonna talk about arcs real fast. So obviously we have the turtles right here, and like I said again, we have whatchamacallit, it's slipping my mind. We have our previous motion, so we have anticipation happening right here, where you know what I'm saying, they're running. You see them running right here, and then as soon as they're about to jump, you see how I have them lean down, and they're coming right back up. They're leaning down, coming right back up. And look, they're exploding up. And so here's what most people fail at right here. So whenever they're going up, you have to account for gravity. So obviously, since we're talking about physics right now, you have Newton's laws of motion. We're talking about I forgot which law it was. I told y'all I didn't do well in physics. It says anything that goes up has to come down. Obviously, because we're talking about what? Gravity. So once you get to your highest point, you have to ease out. Ease out every single time. So I'm going to use this sculpting wire to show y'all an arc. So here is an arc. Y'all see that? Say Leonardo started right there. This was the second frame. This was the third frame. This is the fourth frame. This is the fifth frame, sixth frame, and then he starts coming down. Because like I said, you throw anything up, it goes up like this, slows down, comes right back down. So like I said, in every last one of your arcs, you need to be moving forward, but at the same time, you have to be moving up slower, because like I said, you're going against gravity. Gravity's pulling you back down at the same time. So every last one of your frames, while you have a strong frame going against everything, there's going to be a certain point where you start slowing down linearly going up or vertically. So like I said, Leonardo, strong jump up. Like I said, he's going against gravity. It gets slower right there. That third one. 4, 5. This is whenever he gets flat. And you see he starts coming down after that. And like I said, gravity's strong at that point. You're going with gravity now. So you don't slow down before you hit the ground. I see this so many times too. Like they're levitating at that point if you do that. You want to be going down with the same force. So like I said, he's going down 1, 2, 3, and his land, you see how whenever he lands, the force from gravity, he's like ducking down now. He's like catching himself. He lands, and you can kind of like feel the force of his jump whenever he landed. Y'all see how I did that? He comes down. Because like I said, nothing's stopping him. He's going with gravity. So you have to, there's no slowing down. It's only slowing down whenever he's going up because he's going against gravity. Now he's coming back down and boom. And like I said, you have to account in the next frame for the fact that he just landed. All that force from gravity is coming down. All his weight is coming down. You know what I'm saying? I even had his weapon shake a little bit. So it's like you have to really account for that, and that's what makes it feel powerful. And like I said, whenever he came down, gravity's hitting him right there. This frame right here. He's coming down. He's catching himself. And like I said, look, I made him ease out. Ease out. He's catching himself. That's where we ease out. And he's trying to come back up because he's going to do one more cartwheel. And look, easing out again. He's catching himself again. So like I said, these are things that you really have to think about anytime you're doing any jumps or anything. Like, I'm telling you, just go through your animators' pages, any animation you like. Watch how they animate. Watch how they get lifelike surroundings, how they incorporate physics into every last one of their animations. Because honestly, like I said, you don't need to take a full physics class to really understand animation. Like, I really commend y'all for taking physics. You know what I'm saying? I think it's honestly required anyway to graduate. But physics in the first place, you only really need to understand, like, I want to say like 2-3 of those laws, which is mainly just gravity. You know what I'm saying? Anything that goes up has to come down. That's one of the biggest ones. And matter of fact, you know, we finna look it up. We finna have a physics class right now. Newton's 3 laws. Let's see. We gonna go to images. First law. All right. A body in motion remains in motion, or a body at rest remains at rest unless acted upon by a force. So like I said, that first law is literally applied to right here. So say while he was in the air, look, he's falling, and guess what? He's gonna keep falling at that same rate that gravity's at until what? A force acts against him. What's that force? The rooftop. And guess what? That's what stopped him. But understand, all of his weight is now coming down. Like I said, all this stuff is like what you have to really account for whenever you're doing animation. Because like I said, if you don't, people are like, bro, how did he just stop like that? That was the same thing I was telling y'all about squash and stretch. You have basketballs, rocks. A rock, it's not going to bounce back up because of its mass. You know what I'm saying? You can tell how squishy something is or how hard something is just about basically how it drops. Like, you know what I'm saying? Once it drops, it's either going to bounce back up or it's just going to stay there. You know what I'm saying? If it just stays there, you're like, oh, okay, that's a rock. If it does this, oh, it's a basketball. You can convey something just by its mass and how it reacts to its environment. So like I said, start accounting for all those things in your animations, in the body, how they move around, how they punch. You know what I'm saying? You have to have that anticipation. You have to wind back, slow it down, and understand, like, everything is all just physics. It's all just physics. Once y'all get this down, bro, y'all gonna be great animators. Like, don't think I'm some great animator or anything like that, because honestly, like I said, I feel like I'm not even really at that level yet. What's gonna really help you become a great animator is just understanding these simple things, or what you think is a great animator. Like, if y'all really want to animate anything like, you know what I'm saying, L.A.M.B, Forest Fire, or, you know what I'm saying, y'all want to animate like me at any point, it's just understanding these simple things. Because honestly, I'm telling you, we're not doing anything profound, or at least I'm not doing anything profound yet. It's really just understanding these simple things. Like, it's very simple techniques. I kid you not. Like, my animation jumped light years the day I learned these simple laws. And on top of that, just learning easing in and easing out. I remember I was so excited the day. I remember I did a Captain America versus Bucky animation. It was a fight scene. And I tried out easing in and easing out. I just remember I can literally probably pull up the video where I learned it from. But I remember I tried it and I did big movements for the first time. Because I always thought, like, it's going to be choppy if I do big movements. But big movements will look good if you slow them down. You can do big movements. Don't be scared to do big movements. You just need to slow them down at the end. So I was like, once I learned that, I remember my first time and I played it back and it looked good. Like, it looked like a Linkin Pop animation. And I remember I was so excited, bro. I was showing everybody, like my whole family. I remember that entire day. If you can get that down and really perfect it, the sky's the limit. Like, there's nothing you can't animate. Like, literally, like, it's just simply understanding those things. All right, so is there anybody that wants to go over anything in specific that, you know what I'm saying, you're working on something for your next film? I'm gonna probably end the stream at like 8, so let's get it cracking. If y'all want to learn something real fast, if y'all want to go over a quick walk cycle, it doesn't matter to me. I'll probably actually try to animate something for y'all on Monday, so that'll be a longer stream. But today I kind of just wanted to give y'all a quick little sum of. If y'all want more of these classes where I actually like watch all the animations and different things like that, go sub to my Patreon. That's where I will break everything down. Like, I'm giving y'all like little bits and pieces right now. On my classes, I'm gonna actually be breaking stuff down. I would even animate stuff for y'all, like live, so y'all can really see how to do it. So, you know what I'm saying? Go sub to that. Go sub to that Patreon. Go sub to that Patreon. I'm over here looking at this camera, so if you're looking at that one. That takes a while to learn in animation. Once you get that, it's all up from there. Everyone's first animation and they really have big movements. Yeah, for sure. Like, big movements are everything, if I'm being honest. Like I said, I just came in. It only took 2 frames for him to get kicked in the face. Like before, it would have took 5 for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is stuff that like you have to get down. Like all my movements are big. So you see, like, I'd say with this one, I should have had a little bit more anticipation. Like he should have like dipped down first. I kind of just had him like whip him, which honestly like it worked. But you see how like the stick goes from right here all the way over there. But like, look what I did. You know what I'm saying? I whipped it back around and then I eased it out. And then I brought it back over here and I had the chain shake a little bit. So like I said, it helps everything kind of come together whenever you just ease out. Like, don't be scared to do big movements because that's what makes the hits look hard. And I think I even had like Michelangelo like jump in the sewer. So you see like he jumped up. And it slowed down about like right there. He's leaning down. He's going back into the sewer. But it doesn't get slower as he's dropping down because like I said, he's going with gravity. Boom, disappeared. Oh man. We got any more videos? Y'all let me know. We could watch something on my channel. It doesn't matter to me. There's something specifically I want to see from like y'all's own videos or my own videos. Just let me know. I'll really pull it up. I'll really explain anything on here. Y'all getting freebies right now. Honestly, for my new Star Wars animation, I can't wait to do the VFX work on it. I spend a lot of time doing these lightsaber effects. And honestly, bro, once I put that onto my this, oh my god, it's gonna look so sexy. So alteration in that shot would look incredible if you had the pizza tile separate. So like, that's so crazy you said that because I actually did plan on doing that. I forgot why I actually did not. I think that like something. Honestly, I want to say maybe I got lazy doing it because I think maybe he was like giving me like a rough time. Let me see. Yeah, I definitely see what you mean. Matter of fact, I think maybe I just didn't think to do it. I know I just kind of like threw it up because like it was kind of hard to have it in his hand and have him go down the sewer. So I kind of like put it on his head. You can't really tell whenever you like run the clip back, but yeah, that kind of would have been smart to do. Like I said, bro, like those ideas, bro, keep that for yourself and do that in one of your animations. You got a banger. You got the ideas, bro. You got the ideas. That's definitely smart. Why did I just open up Premiere? What, I mean, my laptop crash. No. Quit. Okay, back to what I was doing. Where was I just at? Okay. Yeah, but I can't wait to do that VFX work on my Star Wars stream. Because honestly, I'm going to do it like way better this time. Like, it was giving me a hard time before. I honestly understand how to do everything now, so I could actually like do a little bit extra. Now, I don't think it would have been that difficult to have the pizzas jumping. I would have just had to put some tack in between them. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of like tilt them a little bit and have like a small space and have them get larger as it's going down and have them just like fall down after one another. You know, if that makes sense. Yeah, that would have been cool to do. My one regret with this film right here is the fact that I didn't add enough action in it. I don't feel like I did. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like wish the fight was longer.
The time has come.
Like it was only like 3 hits. So like with this film right here, it's a bunch of action. Like I have like it's a pretty long fight scene. I'm not gonna lie. And then the fight scene that's gonna happen after this. Like yeah, bro. Once I mask out like all of that, y'all see how I use that little sculpting wire. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna mask out all that tack, and you know, it's gonna be like a big motion blur. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be stupid tough. So y'all see, like, look, he caught it real hard, slowed it down. Every time you gotta slow it down, every single time. So like, even with this, like, I think I did a pretty good job with this arc right here. So like I said, he jumped up, slowed down, and he's coming back down, and he came back down really hard. And like I said, all that force, you know, he's on one knee. He's like kneeling all the way down, like the, you know what I'm saying? So look, bending over, getting his force, jumping, spinning his lightsaber at the same time. This man's a demon. So he jumps up, and look, it's slowing down right there. Force, 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 slow. Big movement, big movement, big movement. Well, smaller, medium movement, small movement. And he's coming back down. Every single time. Like, you know what I'm saying? And when he's coming back down, it needs to be big movements. Boom. You see, going from right there to right there. And that last frame, big camera move with it too. So it makes everything look more powerful. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want. And like I said, he comes up pretty fast. That's whenever, you know what I'm saying, you got those big hits going. And honestly, I don't know how I'm going to sell these big hits with the VFX. I think more so it's going to be like a little bit of camera shake in there. And I'm going to definitely have like a lot of sparks from, you know, the lightsabers clashing. You see a lot of that in Star Wars. So I'm going to add that in there. What's really going to sell these right here, because like obviously it kind of looks choppy. Boom. Like it's going to be like a big like lightsaber swipe. You're going to see like a lot of motion blur off this. Alteration said, I wish big animators released the unedited versions of their videos to show how much editing it takes. Honestly, to do that, it's a lot of work too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be burnt out by the time they even post their film, so you know they don't really want to do that. Honestly, I'll get to the point where I'll post my behind the scenes. I don't know if I'll do it for this one. I was gonna do it for my basketball one. I haven't done that. I have the footage, so I could always do it. I can always go back and like really talk about it. But I'm one of them people, like after I finish my film, I'm like, let me get on to the next one. Because mind you, like I said, I'm not really getting paid to do these yet. So I kind of like, I need to use my time for something, to post something else. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I can start getting my viewers and different things like that. If I keep harping on the same video, I won't get new viewership. Like once I really start getting my views up, and like, you know what I'm saying, I'm making decent money from it, I can always, you know, take my time and break this stuff down. But right now, it's like I'm kind of like in grind mode, if that makes sense. So, yeah, it's kind of, something's bothering me about this. I don't know what it is. It's the fact I still animated it too. Yeah, this is gonna look way better with VFX. And she's supposed to like fly out of the room, which is like what I'm gonna do next. Like she's gonna like fly out and glass is gonna shatter. It's gonna be a big shot, guys. Unfortunately, I will not be doing it on stream with y'all though, because it's a big shot, and you know I got somebody cameoing in it, so I cannot say. Anybody with common sense will probably know, but you know it's fine. I'm gonna still act like it's a big surprise. I told you I still use cotton in my videos. My cotton just doesn't look as bad now. I gotta ease it out like one more frame. Let me see. This is like the very, 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 very beginning of it. Let's see. So like walk cycles, I'll show y'all these real fast. So you see what I was talking about, how I said, let me put it at 100%. Could zoom in a little bit. Alright, so y'all see right here. And honestly, I literally hate animating on studs now. I can't stand animating on studs. I don't know what it is, but so y'all see, whenever I animate, you see how their bodies are like slightly leaned forward. And look, whenever they're coming down, they're slightly bending over too, because like I said, your body's catching your weight. You always want to keep them almost in the same position. Like they're never coming back up. Like no one does that whenever they walk. So like I said, whenever you're doing walk cycles, you gotta watch that. I'll show y'all it in full. Yeah, so that's basically the beginning of that. Dang, y'all getting the whole scoop right now. We got 9 more minutes, guys, so I need y'all to, if y'all got any more questions, ask them now. Ask them now. I'm gonna go back in the chat and see, make sure I caught everybody's. Alright, guys. I don't really know what else to show y'all. I think I kind of like went over a lot, or at least the more like vital things of animation in this one. Like I'd love to just go into like one specific thing, like just hone into that the entire stream. But there's only so much I can really talk about, especially with squash and stretch. I think that's kind of like self-explanatory. I definitely kind of like want to start doing like going through the animations with y'all. Like I'll like do a squash and stretch animation, and then, for instance, if once we get to easing in and out, do an easing in and out animation, so like y'all can really understand how I do these things step by step. And I think what helped me most, especially watching Forrest streams, was how long he would take. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't ever rush an animation. Like I will sit there for hours and hours and hours until it comes out exactly how I want it. I feel like, a lot of amateur animators, they're gonna rush through the entire animation and it's gonna end up looking sloppy. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to hurry up and get to the final product, and you don't want to do that. Especially if we're talking about being a good animator. You gotta sit there and like each frame is completing your vision exactly how you want it to come out. Obviously, like it might never come out like 100% how it comes out, but it should at least be like 70 to 100% way there. You know what I'm saying? So take your time. Take your time. Like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be done to perfection, but still do it with a sense that you're okay with the frame that you just took. Like, if you're like, that frame was crap, don't take the pick. Don't take the pick. Do not take the pick. Because every time you do that, now you have to make up for it with the next frame. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be hard to pick it up because you're like, that's not what I expected from the last frame. Now you're trying to pick up that slack from the last frame. So you make it harder on yourself if you don't take your time. And watching Forrest and how much patience and focus that he had, I was like, I'm going to start taking more time on my animations. Because like so many times I'd be like, I'd get mad, frustrated, the fig keeps falling over, and I'd be like, just take the pick. And you know what I'm saying? And it wouldn't come out how I like it to, and I feel like that's what frustrated me. Once I started seeing patience like on display, that's what helped me out a lot. So like I said, keep taking y'all's time with y'all's animation. Like keep sitting there and turn on a movie or something, but patience. It's patience. That's like one of the biggest things I learned. Like most people are like, oh my God, and focus. Focus is one of the biggest things. Like I'm really focused on whatever I do, so I feel like that's what's always helped me be a good animator. But y'all have to focus, don't get distracted. Continue working on what you're working on. I have big projects I want to get done. I just haven't started on them because I'm waiting to get a certain camera, because I'm not going to shoot the films that I'm thinking about shooting on a webcam. I'm just tired of the webcam. I think y'all saw a lot of light flicker in just this alone. But look how the lighting changed from right here to right here. Absolutely diabolical. I gotta fix that in After Effects. But alright, y'all. I'm gonna end it. Doesn't look like y'all have any more questions. Alteration, appreciate you, bro. You have a good one, man. I hope to see you soon again too. I'll definitely probably be streaming again Monday. I'll actually be streaming my actual animation because I'll be done with this specific shot and I'll be on to a better shot, and I think it'll be funner for y'all to watch. I don't want y'all just watching me animate anything, because honestly, some of this stuff could be just like just work. You know what I'm saying? And it's not anything to really watch, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I really appreciate y'all watching this. I'll probably post it on my YouTube. I'm not sure yet, but I'm gonna catch y'all boys on the flip. Really appreciate y'all popping out. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Keep being great. Don't give up ever. Don't ever give up. You know what I'm saying? It's taking it a day at a time. Animation takes time. I've been doing this for like 10 years, so don't get discouraged. It's a process. It's a process. You got to keep learning. I never thought I'd be doing what I'm doing now, so don't get discouraged. You got to continue to just work it and work it and work it and work it until you see it, and you start seeing the progress. And you will. I promise you. If you put in, you're gonna get out. You reap what you sow every single time. You plant a seed, you're gonna get a plant. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how it works. But understand, you got to keep watering that seed. You got to keep watering the seed over and over again, and you got to put sunlight on it. You got to believe in your dream, and you got to continue to put work on your dream. That's the water, and that's the sunlight, and that's how you're gonna see it grow. So I hope y'all continue to believe in yourselves, because honestly, like, me saying I believe in you is not gonna help you. You believing in you is what's gonna help you. Your dreams are predicated upon what you think about yourself. So I want y'all to keep believing in yourselves, and I hope things continue to get better for y'all, man. Y'all stay blessed, and I'm gonna end this out. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one.